Greetings. Hi, it's me, Dr. Paul Gerhardt, and I know some of you know me and some of you don't know me, but I'm really looking forward to working with you. I'm your professor for Management 284, Entrepreneurship or the Small Business Planning class. And this is a pretty comprehensive class. I mean, this is a class that's designed to help you really understand how to plan out what you need to know to be successful as a business owner, entrepreneur, or manager. And so, as you could probably understand, and I'm sure you know, that every company has systems in place to help it be successful in distinguishing itself from its competition, but by providing maximum value to their end users, the customers, and also has systems in place, to help make sure that employees are successful in understanding what it is that they're supposed to be doing and what the company's all about, and then helping make sure that customers become your raving fans about your product or service, and they want to tell other people about it, and they become your best marketers. So, but it all starts with having an idea about a product or service that people will find value in, and that's a very important concept in business. People must find value in what they do so they can pay for it. $1 for an item is expensive for some things, but it's not expensive for other things if people see it as worth $1. So I know that's a very simple concept, but that's the same thing with anything. It's the same thing with our time. If we are using someone else's time, we need to make sure that they feel like it's a worthwhile part of their time. We don't want anyone in taking our Pierce College business classes thinking any of our classes are a waste of time. Your time is valuable, and how you use your time in online classes is up to you. But we provide you with the resources and the knowledge and the support to help you really know what the best business minds want to know. But you got to want it. That's the big deal. We've chosen books and resources that are value priced, but still packed with tools to help you be able to learn the concepts that you need in order to, one, show mastery of this course, but also be able to use those tools so that you can use them as an entrepreneur in your own business, or so that you could be an entrepreneurial leader in your company of your own choice. So we want you to have your dream job. We want to see you go and work for a company that will love you because you have the tools, but you got to want the tools. Where you focus your time and your attention, that is where you get your results. But don't do this half-assed. Yes, I said half-assed. Do this in a way that maximizes your learning. Don't just read the chapters. Study the chapters to learn. Put on your critical thinking hats and evaluate what it is that the authors are saying to you. Where have you seen this before? Can you apply this in a different way? You have a team project at the end that you should be working every single week. Yes, I said work with your team members every single week. I am going to assign you a team of at least 5 people to work on a small business plan of your choosing, one plan per team, but you guys have got to work on every single section of the small business plan. Don't just say you do this section, you do this section, you do this section. Everybody must work on every section of the small business plan. And then every week synthesize your ideas and work on it piece by piece by piece. So you might have a plan of action on what would be the best way. The executive summary needs to come last because you won't have a good enough idea about what it's all about until you finish it. So do the executive summary with your team at the very end. You're going to have a section set up in Canvas where you can collaborate and work with. That will document your journey. Do not be the bad team member. There's nothing that pisses me off more than people being disrespectful to a team member. If I was working on a team and I expected my team members to do all the work, how would they feel about me? Yeah, I know I don't care what they feel about me, but I want to be seen as an effective team member. So that means I got to roll up my sleeves and schedule time to do quality work that adds value to the team. We need each other to see things differently, but we got to be open to the experience, and we need to schedule the time to be respectful to other people by doing our fair share of the work. We should not be carrying our team members. And ideally, if you're working with 4 or 5 other people, and everybody is got different ideas, and you're using your time wisely, you should have such a creative, well thought out project that you could actually start this business and make lots of money. And isn't that why we go into business? Or you can help other people with your product or service, which is the best reason to go in business. So practice being a good team member. I know if you've taken other classes from us, there's almost always a team project. That's because our advisory board reminds us how important it is to teach people to be good, effective team members. We want that for you. We want you to be the best employee that any company ever has, or the best leader anyone ever has. But you get that way by practicing being a good team member. You can read about being a good team member, but until you practice it, you won't learn the subtleties of some of the dynamics that happen when you're working within a team. So practice being a good team member. Practice being a good leader. Be organized. Schedule time for success. Study the chapters. Show you're really understanding the material. Engage with the author by doing that critical thinking. Where have I seen this before? How can I apply this? How can I apply it in this business model that we're working on? Look at the documents in the file section. Read the syllabus carefully. Make sure you're doing your biography and reading my announcements carefully. Every Monday I'm going to be sending out an announcement to remind you of what's due. Most of your grade comes from the Cengage work. So watch the due dates in Cengage. I will not reset anything for any reason at all. Give yourself early due dates. Schedule time to do the work. Schedule time to study, about 15 hours a week per 5-credit class. Yes, that's a real number that we have learned from studying how the best students do. So some students can do better with less, but what we know is that generally speaking, if you're taking a 5-credit class, you should be spending at least 15 hours a week. Yes, 15 hours a week. Doing the work, evaluating the material, reflecting on things in a critical thinking way. Make it your intent to be a master at understanding the concepts of this course. When I was in grad school, my motivation to really understand some of the more difficult classes came when I saw myself as being a successful and well-respected business leader and coach. And so I would do the material going, yes, I've got to learn this, and I would create documents and journals that would help me really be able to understand the concepts that I was learning and supposed to be learning in the course. And when I didn't understand those things, I would talk to my classmates, and then I'd get a better idea about how to apply those concepts and what that concept was really all about. And that's been very useful for me, and because I have the attitude that I want to learn, and then I make time to do the learning and take a step back and to be thinking about things and reflecting on things and asking good questions, that's when I really started to become a master at applying concepts and helping other people be successful. So you can't fake learning. That's why we have the quizzes that are in place in Cengage. Yeah, I'm not technical support for the technology here, so you need to make sure that you're contacting the appropriate people if you can't get connected properly. If you're not connected to the Cengage grade book, I cannot record your grade. So you have to follow the directions that I set up in my announcements. Please read the directions. Please schedule time for success. Please be a good team member. Make it a powerful and positive learning experience for everybody involved. On next week, in week number 2, I'm going to be assigning you a group of people working with every week on every section. Do not assign sections. Everybody should be collaborating on sections. Exchange phone numbers, exchange email accounts, exchange Skype accounts. Plan to meet on a campus or at a cafe or something, just so you can synthesize the material. But notice that the point values are very high for deductions for errors. That's in place because if you've got 5 or 6 people on a team, that means 5 or 6 eyes, minds, hands working on everything. They should be catching errors. Be thorough with every section. Make it a powerful learning section. Idea. Don't, gosh darn it, don't do a cafe or a coffee shop, for your business. Everybody does that. Find someone on your team that wants to own their own business and then use that as a model if you can. But when you apply concepts in a theoretical way, like a small business plan, that's when you really start to learn it. Think about it. If me as your professor was a banker, and I read your small business plan and it was thorough, and you thought about how you're going to and the systems that you're putting in place, and you made it easy for me to go, wow, this is an excellent business plan. That's 4.0, excellent. You've followed every section, you've thought things through, you've created a viable business plan where I'd want to give you money to start your own business. That should be your goal for yourself and your team members. Make it a powerful learning experience by showing you're understanding the concepts, you're using the tools, and you're putting intellectual tools in your toolbox. We want that for you. Learning is an active process. We know the paper, the degree, helps get you the job. But it's the knowledge that helps you even more be established as a smart person that we know you are, that can contribute in a valuable way to employers or to yourself as an entrepreneur. Don't, by the way, open a business without working for somebody else that's doing something similar so you can learn how to use those concepts. But do use your time here at Pierce College to really become a master in each of the courses that you take. Intend on it. Study to learn. Take good notes and ask active questions. And do the homework by the due dates. Watch the due dates and use a physical calendar to schedule time for success. And then stick to that plan. Don't wait until week 6 or week 7 to start on the project. Every week you must work on the project, every single section with every team member. I will have no mercy on bad team members. I see people fail our classes all the time because they've refused to schedule the time to be a good team member. Don't be that person. We never like seeing anyone not pass our classes, and we want to see everybody master our classes. But an A is representation of, I really understand these concepts. I'm here to answer questions on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, from 9 a.m. to 2:30. Send me an email or give me a call. I want to help. I want you to have a and positive learning experience, but I need your help making it that way. Intend on it, schedule time on it, and just do it. Thanks so much, everyone. I'm glad that you're here, and I'm looking forward to working with you. Have a great day, because only you get to choose.